Trending toward Barack Obama, the Democrat is now in a strong position on CNN's all-important electoral map. But some of his supporters say they are not feeling as comfortable as you might expect. And the reason? Race. Carol Costello reports on the X factor in this year's presidential race.
It remains an ugly truth. Race still matters. The question is, how much? Barack Obama leads in the latest national polls, yet his foot soldiers on the ground still worry.
When he finally got to her, she finally just sort of lowered her voice and said, well, it's because he's black.
In this small town in Pennsylvania, Jim English with the United Steelworkers Union is sending out teams of union workers like Andy, Laura, and Doug to knock on doors. Their job is to make sure their fellow steelworkers vote Obama.
I'm just worried about foreign policy with Obama.
That's an argument they feel they can win, but sometimes it's more complicated.
One lady I went to told me that the reason why she had the issue was because of how she was raised. She said her father is still alive and he's 85 and he couldn't see himself voting for a black man. So
they have to convince some of their union brethren the race isn't about race.
And she flat out said to me, I can't vote for that black boy.
So they talked about him being a Muslim. He said countless times that he's a Christian.
Obama is and always has been a Christian. The union feels the Muslim tag is really code for he's black.
What they're saying is really probably a cover for being uncomfortable with him because of his race.
In other words, he says, sadly, in some circles, it's socially acceptable to call Obama Muslim rather than something else. And it's not just here in Pennsylvania. Subtle references on the campaign trail to Obama's middle name just reinforce those Muslim beliefs.
On November 4th, let's leave Barack Hussein Obama wondering what happened.
And just last week in Ohio,
he was a Muslim, but he won't say it.
Andy, Doug, and Laura are used to that by now. Andy says about a quarter of the people he talks to raise the race issue, but he has a ready response.
What I do when they bring that up, I just say, look, we got to get past that. We live in America. We're the best nation on earth. We got to get to the real issues of what's going on in this campaign.
Carol Costello, CNN, Washington.
Well, Michelle Obama has just finished taping an